The Hawaii Conference held a successful constituency session on October 5. Hi, I'm Connie Vanderman Jeffrey, and this is All God's People. Regular delegates and delegates at large from across the Hawaiian Islands gathered at the Honolulu Central Church for the 2025 Hawaii Conference constituency session, a historic meeting that shaped the direction of the conference for the next 5 years. The business of the day included reports from the conference officers. The election of the officers followed. President Erik VanDenburgh, Executive Secretary Meshach Soli, and Treasurer Benjamin Supit. Delegates also elected members of the Executive Committee and Constitution and Bylaws Committee. Pacific Union Conference President Bradford Newton offered a prayer of God's guidance and blessings over the officers and the Hawaii Conference as it moves forward into the next 5 years. The Hawaii Conference expressed its gratitude to all delegates, guests, and staff for their commitment, prayers, and support during this important session, as the conference continues its mission of reaching Hawaii with the everlasting gospel. Alan Reinach was honored at the North American Division Adventist Attorneys Association Conference in Victoria, British Columbia, with a Public Service Award on September 25. This was in recognition of his commitment to religious liberty for the last 32-plus years. Particularly noticed was in his role in Groff v. DeJoy. The U.S. Supreme Court case increased the protections people of faith have in the workplace. Alan is a civil rights lawyer and Seventh-day Adventist minister who has served as president of the Church State Council since 1994. He directs the education and advocacy programs of the Church State Council, which are primarily focused on the preservation of religious freedom for all peaceful people of faith. Congratulations, Alan, on this prestigious and well-deserved award. The Association of Adventist Women hosted the Women's Ministers Reception and Woman of the Year Awards in St. Louis in July. The event was a celebration of women who have made significant contributions in ministry, science, medicine, and education. Anathasie Nda made history as the first woman pastor in Cameroon and one of the first women in Africa to perform baptisms. Born into a Catholic family in Esse, Cameroon, she felt called to ministry from a young age. You can read her inspiring story as well as the other recipients' stories at the links in the description box. Seventh-day Adventists will observe Spirit of Prophecy Day on Sabbath, October 18, a day also known as Heritage Sabbath, which emphasizes the prophetic ministry of Ellen G. White and the spirit of prophecy as a gift of the Holy Spirit. October is also Spirit of Prophecy Month, and you can save 25% on select books by Ellen White during the month of October at AdventistBookCenter.com. Why not add these foundational works to your own library and explore Ellen White's powerful insights on Christian living, education, and the last days? The October Recorder is in your homes and also available online in English and Spanish. In addition to the inspiring editorials and news stories from our conferences, there's a feature on Adventist pioneers in the West about the beginnings of the media ministries. The legacy radio and television ministries of the church had their roots in the Pacific Union. I'd like to close today with this quotation from Testimonies for the Church, Volume 2. Love cannot live without action, and every act increases, strengthens, and extends it. Love will gain the victory when argument and authority are powerless. Love works not for profit nor reward, yet God has ordained that great gain shall be the certain result of every labor of love. It is diffusive in its nature and quiet in its operation, yet strong and mighty in its purpose to overcome great evils. It is melting and transforming in its influence. Pure love is simple in its operations and is distinct from any other principle of action. For All God's People, I'm Connie Jeffrey.